very important is about who are these soldiers.
185 members of parliament out of 324 directly elected in the 10th parliament participated in the survey conducted on campaign financing between 16th September and 7th October 2016. The survey indicates that in the recently concluded presidential and parliamentary elections, the 113 MPs who were open about their campaign finances spent about 24.7 billion shillings.
Politics more or less becomes a business, and that politics is not meant to be a business. Politics is meant to be a service.
If you want to do business, then you go into the business world, you go into economics. But if you have decided to commit yourself to politics, then you should play by the game of politics.
Citizens believe that they have to be bribed to vote. That's why when a candidate shows up to sell his candidature, his or her candidature, they do all sorts of signs, including this one, meaning we want something.
Some MPs said they spent as low as 10 million shillings, while one admitted to spending a billion shillings in the campaigns. On average, each MP spent 218 million shillings within the 4 months leading to the February polls. But by political affiliation, NRM MPs spent much, about 233 million shillings each, compared to opposition MPs who spent 187 million and independents 189 million.
Yes, it is possible that some people spent a lot of money. Maybe not a billion shillings, but well within about 500 million shillings. And on the lower side, you can spend an average of 50 to 80, maybe on the high side to 100 million shillings.
People go into debt, people sell their properties, people go to government, people go to agencies, and all sorts of sources to get money. So it is not any surprise to find that people have used a lot of money.
Of course, you know that there are people who went through primaries and used a lot of money in primaries. There are people who went through the general election again and used a lot of money.
The executive director of an NGO, Alliance for Campaign Finance Monitoring, Henry Muguzi, warns that this commercialization of politics is being fueled by weak political party ideologies that do not appeal to voters.
The people that are standing on tickets of those parties, the flag bearers, have no ideology to sell, so they are better off using money. But the other,
although as many as 89% of the MPs said their elections were funded through personal resources, only 59% supported the proposal that anyone who receives campaign donation of over 1 million shillings should publicly declare their source of income. By political party affiliation, only 53% of NRM MPs supported public declaration of their source of funding, 79% opposition, and 62% of independents. The survey also shows that 66% of MPs agreed that the amount of money to be spent on contesting a parliamentary seat must be limited. Fort Portal Municipality MP Alex Ruhunda says as concerned MPs, they have started drafting a private member's bill to address the commercialization of politics.
As I speak now, we have written to the Director Legal asking for them to prepare for this private members bill.
The latest stance by the MPs comes nearly 2 months after the Supreme Court, while delivering their detailed judgment on the 2016 presidential petition, called for the amendment of the law to prohibit the giving of donations by all candidates, including a president, who is also a candidate during elections, in order to create a level playing field for all. If 24 billion shillings were spent by 113 MPs in their respective constituencies to win elections, one would have expected this money to go down to the ordinary voters. But on the contrary, the report says that this money mainly stayed with campaign agents and polling officials. Herbert Ziwa, NTV.